Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us for this evening's iGive webinar, iGive and Amazon, a winning combination. We're really excited to present some hopefully very useful materials for you. It is my pleasure at this point to present our founder, Rob Grosshandler, who is going to be leading us in tonight's presentation.
Well, thank you, Lena. It is definitely a pleasure. This is a first for us. We're doing an evening webinar, and we're having a great response to it. So I thank you all for showing up. Besides Lena, who runs our marketing, joining us today will be Sandy Schleicher, who's our CTO. And if you do hear a dog barking in the background, that's the office dog, Sasha. So today we're going to cover a couple of things in some detail. First, what is iGive? Second, why you might want to be involved with iGive. Thirdly, so how does iGive and Amazon interact? And most specifically, how do Amazon Smile and iGive interact? And then a little bit about how you leverage all the stuff that we're doing, how you get social with iGive, how you take advantage of the contests and promotions that we have going. And a reminder, this is being recorded, and we will be posting the recording tomorrow, probably. It'll be in the knowledge base, and you will all get an email from us, actually from the GoToWebinar folks, with a link to that in it, if all goes well. And for those of you who are here for the second time and sat through a webinar in January that didn't go so well, we really thank you for returning and giving us a second chance. This is all new technology. It is the same old speakers. On to the housekeeping stuff. We've talked about the housekeeping. That's great. Now, what is iGive? iGive is in sort of 6 words. You shop, your charity or cause gets money, and it's all for free. I want to emphasize that it is free. It is free to the charity or cause, and it is free to the consumer, to the shopper. There is no money charged ever. So, in summary, right, we make it possible for people who want to help your organization to do so every time they shop online. Why does this happen? Well, the stores pay for it all. That's very important to us. There's 1,500 of those stores. And they want people to shop at their stores. They want those folks to say nice things about them, and they want them to shop more. And it turns out that people who are involved with iGive do indeed shop more often, and tell their friends. And I want to repeat, the most frequently asked question I get, and apparently we don't shout it from the rooftops, is the stores pay for it all. There are no hidden fees, no hidden costs. It is free to the charity, it's free to the cause, it's free to the shopper. Also on that note, some people say, does it cost more when I shop at Amazon or Newegg or Best Buy? It is not ever supposed to cost more, and hopefully sometimes it'll even cost less. There are 350,000 people who use iGive, some more frequently than others, and that gives us a little bit of buying power. So when we go and talk to one of those 1,500 retailers, they sit up and they listen. They say, how can we help your folks do well? So the retailers want to do good, right? They want to be involved in your community by helping your cause, but mostly they're interested in making sure that they have lots of people shopping on their sites. There are over 35,000 causes that are going to get checks from iGive this year. It is great. It feels good. It is nice to be able to help people, help the causes they care about, and it really adds up. So it adds up because the people who use iGive are anything but average. If a person is an online shopper, not everybody is an online shopper, so iGive isn't for everybody. She probably means, and 85% of the time it's a she probably means $100 a year or more goes to her favorite cause. So that cause can be big, that cause can be small, but if she shops and she uses iGive, that's $100 more, and it doesn't cost anything. It's in addition to whatever it is that you may be doing to help fund your organization. So how does this all work, right? It is we like to think pretty straightforward, but it never hurts to sort of recap everything. And at this point, I want to repeat that if you have questions, start typing them now. If there's a problem, tell us in the question submission area. We will be looking at that, and if I miss a point, Lena is sitting right next to me. She'll hit me upside the head at least once. So let's talk about the math, right? So let's say Betty goes to shop at Home Shopping Network. It's a great store. They have great deals. We tell her that she's going to earn 2% for her favorite cause. We tell her everywhere. We tell her in the newsletter. We tell her on the site. We tell her in the iGive button. We tell her in tweets. We tell her how much is going to be earned for her cause, right? So Betty says, this is great. I found what I want at HSN. It's a $300 purchase. That means $6 is going to go to Betty's favorite charity. HSN then sends us the money for Betty and George and Rebecca and all of those people together. And once your organization reaches $25 or more, we send you a check that represents the amount of money that Betty and Rebecca and George and Amy, all of those folks together have raised for your cause. And then we talk about rinse and repeat, because maybe she bought shampoo or maybe she just likes shopping at HSN. We want to make this as simple as possible. If it isn't as simple as possible, we want you to complain. All right. So one of the ways we make shopping and using iGive as simple as possible is something we call the iGive button. It's a browser app. It's an extension. It's a little bit of software that you download to your desktop computer. And desktop computer can be a Surface Pro 3, for instance, or a Dell or a laptop. So laptop, desktop, almost all the same.
Don't forget Macs.
And, oh, that's true, Macs as well. Thank you, Sandy. And it becomes part of your browser, and it sort of sits there watching what you're doing, but only when you're doing very specific things. When you go to a store that is participating in iGive, there are over 1,500 of them, it says, aha, Betty wants to help her favorite cause, and so we're going to make it possible. So you're going to see a couple of things happen, right? So here you're going to get to HSN. You're going to see this little triangle, the iGive button. When you first installed the iGive button, you'll see our little dandelion seed up there in your browser. And that's really it. Now you've done everything you need to do. It is all automatic. And of course, when you say it's all automatic, I want to put a big asterisk up because sometimes it's not completely automatic. I'm going to tell you a little bit when that happens later. But it also watches over your shoulder when you go and search for stuff at Google or Bing or Yahoo. And let's say you're searching for HSN. Well, see these two little things right here? Oh, I have a little cool tool to use. I'm going to go use that. Here we go. Right there. The little dollar sign and the icon again tells you that you're at a store that's going to help your favorite cause. It's pretty simple. I'm going to click this page and then page down. Oh, I have to turn it off. That's what I get for using a new tool. There we go.
Oh, you went one too far.
Ah, I remembered it. All right. So we're not going to talk about Amazon. I want to make sure I went one too far. Yep. Amazon. A lot of people really like Amazon, and Amazon is different. Not only is Amazon different because of Amazon Smile, but Amazon is different in the way that you interact with them from iGive. The iGive button does not automatically take you to Amazon if you say Amazon.com in your browser. You need to do one of 4 things. One, you have to start by going to iGive.com/Amazon. I'm going to turn now. I'm going to erase. I'm using these tools. It is so much fun, right? And now I'm going to go back. I love interactive. You can do iGive.com/Amazon. I wish I could draw. You can use the Amazon link in the button. I'll show you an example of that in a second. You can use an Amazon link from the iGive website. And starting, tomorrow, Amazon.ca is available as well. And you can use an Amazon link from an iGive newsletter. Okay? So when you do that, you're going to see this. You click here, and that's all you need to do. I'm going to turn this off. And there we go. And now I'm going to get rid of the markings. Thankfully, they allow us to erase them. All right, so we're going to talk now about Amazon Smile, because Amazon Smile is something very cool that Amazon is doing. Amazon wants to help your cause on top of, in addition to, in a complementary way to what iGive does. It's separate. We don't run Amazon. Amazon doesn't run iGive. But they add up together. It's a double dip. So what are the things you have to remember? Your cause has to be listed at Amazon. That's a separate process from listing it at iGive. Amazon and iGive work together. It's additive, and you can make a purchase that supports both at the same time, or if your cause isn't already listed at Amazon, you can support different causes. One at Amazon, one at iGive. All right, continuing on. All right, we showed you those Amazon links. Here then is that Amazon link in the button drop-down, and here is from the favorite stores. If you go to iGive.com and you'll get to a page that looks like this, you're going to see Amazon. You can do that, or you can bookmark iGive.com/Amazon. We have apps. We have iPhone and iPad apps, and we have an Android app, and here's what it looks like more or less on either one. Right? So here's Amazon, and here's Amazon. Again, using those links will get you to Amazon, and it will count twice because you're using Amazon Smile. It'll actually count more than twice. How do you get things into your favorite stores? Well, after you go shop, they're going to get listed here. You just click on that little heart there, and it's going to get listed in your favorite stores. Again, trying to make this as easy as possible for all of us to go where we want to go. It doesn't have to be just Amazon. It can be any one of those stores.
Hey, Rob, if you have supporters that keep forgetting about Amazon, you can use that gift registry link right there on your favorite stores page, and that will send people directly to Amazon to support your cause.
I get to highlight it. There we go. Tools. I love tools. All right, get rid of the highlighting. And now moving forward. See? You got to turn it off. All right, so a recap. Part of the reason we're putting this in here, very specific, lots of detail. I'm not going to go into it anymore, but it's in the recorded presentation so that when you go back and look at this and you have questions, come to this page and learn more about Amazon Smile. Again, we don't control it. This is what we've learned just this week.
You know, Rob, I think it's worthwhile to jump in and say a little bit more about Amazon Smile before we go away. I think that Amazon Smile is great, and they're really fabulous in that they're helping a lot of causes, but they are a little different, not only because they're a different company than iGive, but they are a little different in that iGive lets you join as long as you can cash a check in the U.S. or Canada, and that you're not doing something illegal or unethical in what you're raising funds for. So we let you join. Amazon's rules are a little bit tighter, so sometimes, even though iGive thinks your cause is great and you're out there raising funds through iGive, you get to Amazon and Amazon says, So that's part of why we said earlier that you can double dip for the same cause if Amazon will let you do that, or sometimes you can pick two different causes to support because sometimes your cause isn't eligible. And we wish we could tell Amazon what to do, but again, they're a separate company. We don't get that.
This is one of those times when I wish we had a webcam running because Lena also wagged her finger in the no wag when she was telling us that it's just not going to work. Thank you, Lena.
Sure.
All right, and so more on Amazon Smile. So again, detail as to what it might look like when you get there.
So this is just, if I can jump in here, this is Sandy. This is the login screen that you're going to get to the first time you visit Amazon through iGive. So it's asking you to log in with an Amazon account. If you don't have one, you can create one. And if your cause isn't on there because it's not a 501c3, go ahead and pick some cause that you want to support, and you can at least be helping two causes and using it when you're using Amazon.
Thank you, Sanford. All right, and so this is where you start. And again, you will not get confirmation from iGive that you have shopped via Amazon because Amazon, being a little different, doesn't tell us when the individual goes shopping. They only allow us to tell the charity or cause that she's supporting that somebody anonymously is helping. We wish it were different. Maybe someday it will. For the moment, we only report Amazon purchases to the charity or cause.
And let me jump in again. There's a way that you can see that donations have been made if you are the cause administrator, and we can take a look at that a little bit later when we're going into some details with live screens.
The other thing you can always do is go look at your recently visited stores, because even though Amazon doesn't work with the button and you're not getting a confirmation, you should see Amazon in your recently visited stores as long as you've done it through an iGive portal.
So Andrea, I'm not sure how she pronounces this, asks a great question that I'm going to answer right now, which is, I already have Amazon Smile personally. How do I link it up with iGive? You don't have to do anything more. When you go from iGive, when iGive takes you from iGive to Amazon, we take you to Amazon Smile automatically. So if you've registered with Amazon Smile, it'll automatically know it. And if you haven't registered with Amazon Smile the first time, Amazon will ask you, what cause do you want to support?
I want to even make that clearer. When you go to Amazon Smile, and you would normally, or up until tonight, you would have typed smile.amazon.com, don't do that anymore. If you do that, you're not going through iGive, and you'll still get the Smile donation, but you're not going to get the larger donation that you actually get through iGive. So make sure you use iGive.com/Amazon to get to Amazon Smile.
All right, so we're going to throw this now to Lena, who's going to talk a little bit about getting social. Lena?
You know, one of the great things we've learned, Rob, in the years that we've been doing this is that since social media has taken such prominence, causes who link to social media actually are earning more money. It's that, and she told two friends, and she told two friends phenomena. So the more you talk about iGive, the better it is for your cause. We've created 2 hashtags. One of them is ours exclusively. One of them is one we appropriated. Hashtag free money is one that other people use as well, but we like it a lot because we think that it really says what we do. It's free money. Money you were going to spend on shopping already is now getting directed to your favorite cause. The other one, I Give Do You, is the iGive hashtag. So you have a couple of different ways to connect with social media, and Sandy can help show us live, but you can connect, or Rob's going to pass over the screen. You can connect to Facebook all by yourself, or you can allow us to post things for you on Facebook.
All right, so what we're looking at here is what we call the cause dashboard. And you get there via the navigation bar that's up here in the very top of the screen when you visit iGive.com by clicking on this link here that says cause. So what you want to do once you're here is click on this little wing off to the left, and you'll see that there's some options here. There you can tell a friend, link to Facebook, link Twitter, and a bunch of other stuff here. What I'm going to talk about right now is linking to Facebook. So this requires some work on the iGive side and a little bit on the Facebook side. So if you're not logged into Facebook first, that's okay, because you're going to get walked through that process. But what you do, you come over here, and I guess I should show you, well, sorry. You might have to log into your cause administration account to get into this page. So you should have your cause ID and your cause password, and those are different than your member email and member password. So if you're the cause administrator, you should have access to that information. You log in here, and this page kind of walks you through what's going to happen. There's some different things that we can post to Facebook for you. And this actually gets posted to your fan page for your cause as opposed to your personal wall. Okay, so to your fan page, you can get a registration link, either weekly or monthly, posted to your wall, to your page, that will talk about how to easily sign up for your specific cause at iGive. This is a special link that will bring the person to iGive with your cause pre-selected. That's really important. The other things that can be posted directly to your fan page are the supporter shopper activity. So that way, when Lena shops, it might post to your fan page saying, Lena shopped at HSN and raised money for Save a Pet, in this case. The third thing that we can do in posting to your wall, I keep saying wall, to your fan page, is a monthly recap. So on the first of the month, you can get an auto post out there that says how much your supporters have raised for your cause in that month and how many supporters you've got. So that's exciting. You can see an example of that here. Boy Scout Troop 67 earned X amount. Okay, and the final thing that we can post to your fan page, I finally got it right, are when we are sending out checks. And just as a point of knowledge, there is a couple of days delay before when we post information that checks are going out versus when they actually hit the mail. So you will see them on the website. You will see the post to your Facebook fan page. And usually within 5 days to a week or so, the actual checks hit the mail. And that's just a factor of getting all that data, output, put into the right format, sent over to the check company, cleared with the bank, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so.
You know, Sandy, before you leave this page, there was a question that said, what if I'm not the administrator of my organization's Facebook page? So there's a real simple answer to that, and Patty, thank you for asking that question. You're going to have to communicate with your administrator of your Facebook page, and either you can give them the login, the cause login, and then they can sign up, or they're going to have to give you the password and make you an administrator of the Facebook page, at least to link.
They can do that right in Facebook as well. But the important thing there is when this link gets made, it's made between a particular account and iGive, a member account and fan page in Facebook. So whoever's account that is has to remain the administrator. So you can't be made an administrator, do this, and then take that away. You wouldn't have authority. All right. So how do you actually do this? There's a big old Get Started button on the bottom of this page. And when you click that, what's going to happen is you're going to get sent over to Facebook. Oh, actually, I'm already logged into Facebook, and I've already given Facebook permission. So we skipped a stage here. Normally what would happen is you could get the login page at Facebook, and if you're already logged into Facebook, you'll get a permissions request. So you have to tell Facebook that you want to give iGive permission to post to your fan page for you. Then what we've got here is a number of pages that I'm an actual administrator for on Facebook, and you just click one of these guys and everything gets hooked up, and that's that. So I'm going to send this back to Lena. I'm sure we're going to come back to me to talk about personal Facebook connection during when we're talking about the promotion. The other thing, just one more thing, don't forget that you can connect to Twitter in here also, and it's got similar information, registration, monthly recap, etc. One button gets you started.
And just to repeat, you get to control, you being the Facebook administrator, the iGive administrator, get to control how often and what things we post. Nodding your head doesn't do it. We don't have webcams.
I'm nodding yes at Rob. And the other important thing is that you can turn this off at any time from your administration panel here.
All right.
So we're going on to the next page.
All right.
So I'm I'm really excited. We've been having a lot of fun. I'm here in Chicago, not as bad as on the East Coast, but it's been really cold, and so I am counting down the days till spring.
It's going to get up to 48 by Tuesday.
So we're looking forward to some warm weather. But since we started getting antsy about spring, we kicked off the Surf into Spring contest, and it's almost over because spring is almost here. So far, 20 causes have already won prizes. Every week we've been drawing 5 prizes a week, and it's a really simple contest. Basically, you and your supporters visit stores. You don't even have to shop. The retailers would like it if you shop, but you don't have to shop. Every 10 stores a day, new stores, you can't keep going back to the same ones. Your new stores will give you entries. And at the end of the week, we take all those entries and we draw winners. On top of that, we're offering a bonus for new to iGive first-time shoppers.
So what have been some of the prizes, Lena?
We've given away Amazon gift cards. We've given away Macy's gift cards. We've given away gift cards to the office supply store of your choice, as long as they're an iGive supporter. And I think that next week's prize, I'd have to go look. I think it might be some more Amazon gift cards.
So it's pretty darn easy. And the reason for this, of course, is for you and your supporters to do something that reminds them that iGive is here, reminds them that they can go shop at Amazon Smile, but it doesn't cost anybody anything. So we urge you to spread the word, use the social stuff, use Twitter, use Pinterest for if you wish. Obviously, Facebook is a wonderful way as well. It means so much more coming from you than it does coming from us.
Well, we believe that. So if you actually go to the next slide, we're actually offering some bonus entries. If you link to iGive, this is the screen that just says you can look and see which store visits you had. So those were some of my store visits, just to see what I've been doing. But if you go on to the next screen, if you enable us to do auto posting. Now, the auto posting that Sandy was showing you earlier was auto posting for your cause that would go on the cause fan page.
Rob, why don't you send them back to my computer so I can show this?
This is auto posting for you as a person, as an individual. And we're going to give you 20 extra entries for enabling auto posting. So Sandy's got control of the screen, and he's going to show us how to do that.
So this is under your settings over here, again on the top menu bar here. You can see there's a Facebook settings button here. And there's a simple yes/no here. If you say yes and say update your setting, well, in this case, update my settings, it's going to go out to Facebook. I've already given permission, so that's why we're not actually seeing Facebook. But it has gone ahead and updated, so now my posts will automatically, in this case, these will go to my wall. And if the cause has linked to Facebook, the fan page, then my posts will also go to the cause fan page. So it hits both.
And with your registration link, how often, Sandy, can you choose to post that?
So this, you have the options weekly, monthly, or never here.
Okay, so you do have some control over what's going on here. And if you start off by putting it on weekly and you say, it's a little much for me, change it to monthly. That's okay. Or if there's a promotion going on and you haven't been doing it, but you want to let everyone know that, hey, if they sign up now, your cause is going to get an extra $5, come back to the Facebook settings and enable it.
So I'm probably jumping the gun here in the slides, but you can also promote your cause and the contest if you want by using our Tell a Friend option over here, which allows you to post to Facebook. We're both Rob and Lena are going, you jumped the slide.
That's the next slide that we made, but that's okay.
You can post to Facebook, you can tweet, you can send an email, and we even show you exactly what's going to be posted to your wall here. So this is an example of exactly what you would see before you post it, so you know what's going to happen.
So going back to Rob's screen for a second there, it really, the bottom line is that, as he said earlier, it really works better when it's coming from you and not from us. We're happy to share the word, and we do believe that it helps, but we also know that when you're telling everybody how much iGive is working for your cause, it works even better. So yes, you can get started and we'll help you out with the auto posting. And we really do try and be respectful of how often we're posting, and then you guys can post as well. And if it's not working or you're struggling with it, don't worry. I saw a couple people have posted that they're newbies or they're not great at social media, in their questions. That's why we're here. So you go to support.igive.com and you fill out a ticket, and our support team, during business hours, we usually answer within an hour. Not during business hours. Sometimes it takes us a little longer, but we really try to respond very, very quickly.
So again, we are about ready to answer some questions. We have a couple of questions already in the queue, but we really do love answering the questions. It is so helpful when folks ask us things, because maybe other people want to know the same thing but didn't know how to phrase the question. So I'm going to take one of the first questions that I saw, which Ishbel has asked. How do I know when the checks are sent? Well, we tell you in a bunch of different ways. One, if you have those automatic Facebook postings set up, we'll tell you there. We are going to send both the organization, the cause itself, and the members an email that does that. And if you go to our cause dashboard, and a little bit later we'll go back and we'll look at it, Sandy will show us the cause dashboard, it will tell you everything there is to know about your organization's relationship with iGive.
Hey, Rob, can I jump in there on that one? Because I will say that I've gotten a couple of people who have sent us some information in support that they're worried because they see that their cause has more money, but they're not getting a check. And I'll say is that please, if you're a cause admin, double check and make sure we have the right email address and the right mailing address, because we don't have many requirements here at iGive, but having an email address that works is one of them. And if your email is bouncing, we don't send you the check. We hold on to your money. It's still your money, and we'll get it to you as soon as you get us a good email address, but we do need a good email address.
So another question we have is from Linda, who asks, are there certain purchases that iGive doesn't support? She notes that Amazon Smile doesn't support such things as Kindle downloads. And the list, whether it's Amazon or other retailers, the list of things that they do and don't support changes sometimes on a daily basis. So one of the reasons for having that cute little triangle, the iGive button, at the bottom of your screen, is if you click on it, it will tell you the up-to-the-date list of exceptions. It's usually not very long, and for most stores it's completely empty, but it will give you the up-to-date list of things that will not be donated.
Would you like to jump over to my screen? Because I'm happy I've got one up right now.
There we go.
So the one that we're going to look at right now, because it was asked about, was Amazon. And let me move that. Sorry, that's our question log. There we go. So you see here that Amazon, someone was saying that Kindle it doesn't work with Smile. Well, for iGive, we get a 0.4% donation for Kindle devices and ebooks. It's listed right here in that explanation. So double check every time by clicking on that green triangle, the green button in the corner, and it'll let you know what the exceptions are. The other thing I'll mention at this time is be careful about coupons that don't come from iGive, because unfortunately, most of the time, coupons that don't come from iGive can invalidate your donation.
Including special offer emails directly from the stores.
Yeah. So just look on the exceptions, click on that triangle, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
All right, so continuing, Kathy asks, she uses her phone to shop online. Is there an iGive button for mobile phones? Well, it's not called the button. We have the iGive app. We have an app for iPhones and iPads, and we have a app for Android as well.
So everybody can read Lena's email now.
Yeah, sorry about
These
that.
things do happen.
Should have had it on. All right, so we're back to a more generic screen. This is why live it's so much more fun. So Elaine asks, will this work if you already have an Amazon Smile account? And the answer is yes, it will work, and it will work wonderfully. T. Smith, we don't get a first name from Ms. or Mr. Smith, said that button was causing, a friend had the button causing her computer to slow down. There are other reports of buttons causing computers to slow down. There's about 1 in like a zillion, and we want to know about it so it doesn't affect people. So if people have a problem with the button, we actually have a senior team member work with you specifically to make sure that we understand what's going on and to solve it. Sometimes people have weird things running on their computers and they didn't know about it, and we help them get rid of it. Or sometimes they have weird things running on their computers that don't work well with the button, and they get rid of the button. But you should know what it is rather than live in ignorance.
You know what? As long as we're talking about the button, Andrea had asked a question. She actually has 2 questions, so we'll start with the first, which was, will the button trigger as a virus? So Sandy, maybe that's a question for you.
I know with AVG, there can be a warning. So if you've got AVG, it can pop up a warning saying it's a virus. There's actually, in our sign-up process and on our button information page, there's a letter from AVG saying that iGive is not a problem. It's a false trigger. And for some strange reason, they can't change their software to make it not trigger. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they can't seem to make that happen. So
this leads to Andrew's next question, which was, how much are they watching? And that is why it's triggering as a virus, because we are watching something.
Right. So we look at the URL that you're hitting in your browser, and all we're doing with that information is comparing it against the list of iGive store domains. And if it's a match, then we pass an anonymous integer value over to the store so that they can give that back to us later with the purchase information so we can credit your charity.
Perfect. So someone wanted to know, Rob, they wanted to know if their cause could sign up to have the monthly amount deposited into a checking account by a direct deposit instead of getting a check.
And the simple answer is no, we are not set up for that.
Okay.
Can I go back for a second?
Sure.
On the virus thing? Not actually about viruses, but a lot of people like to run ad blocking software on their computers, and that's great. Everybody should be able to do that. But one thing that you need to realize is one of the things that those pieces of software do often is they block the ability of your browser to store cookies. And for the good or the bad, the way that all of this anonymous information passing back and forth happens is done via cookies. iGive doesn't have control over that. That's how the stores do it. Okay, so if you want to make sure that you're getting credit for your iGive purchases, then you got to make sure that you're allowing cookies to be saved on your computer.
Now, does this work on phones or mobile apps? Because that's one of the questions. They want to know if you can get a button on a phone or a mobile app.
And so Kathy, who had asked that, actually just downloaded the iGive app. So we told her 2 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago that the button is really an app for mobile phones. And 5 minutes later, she says, I just downloaded the iGive app. That was easy.
I want to clarify that.
We love it.
I want to clarify that. The iGive apps for Apple devices and for Android is different than the iGive button. They don't do anything automatically like the iGive button does. You actually have to go into the app, pick the store you want or the product you want to search for, and use it inside the app to go shopping. So it's a little bit different. Just want you to be aware of that.
Perfect.
All right, so we're on the final screen here, and we're in the final minutes.
Well,
Can we get through the questions?
we have one more question.
We have one more question.
But I see but please keep answering, posting if you have more questions. People wanted to know if there was a way to link a wedding registry to iGive. So I don't know if you want to go back to that screen that we have about the gift registry.
Well, here's the thing. It won't link directly to the wedding registry, but you can send them directly to the store. Maybe it's Bed Bath & Beyond, or it might be Crate & Barrel. okay? And so you can give them the gift registry link from iGive if you've marked those stores as a favorite, and that'll get them to the site, and then they'll have to use your specific registry information, your name, your wedding date, to bring you up.
Perfect.
So that brings us to the end. I wanted to say thank you very much to making what we think was a very successful webinar. It is so enjoyable to have a bunch of people decide to stay up late to learn a little bit more about how they're going to help their favorite cause via iGive. And again, I suggest to you check out support.igive.com. We have lots of easy answers there and hard answers there. And better yet, you can submit a request for some help and business hours. It's really quick and it keeps our support team engaged. So again, thank you very much for attending. We will be posting this in the knowledge base. You will get an email from us tomorrow. It'll actually come from the GoToWebinar folk. And
so I think everybody hopefully knows that we're doing this webinar more or less again tomorrow. So if there is somebody from your organization who wasn't able to make it tonight, who can attend tomorrow, who you really want to see the same information, make sure that they register and they are with us tomorrow when we go through this again at 1 p.m. Central Time. Is that right? 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow afternoon.
So thank you, everybody.
You do have to use a different link for that.
Yes.
Separate link for tomorrow's webinar. Bye, everybody.